In Tripoli, a city marked by conflict, hope is returning as Libya's National Museum prepares to reopen. Among its treasures is the Uan Muhuggiag child, a tiny ancient mummy. This little boy, preserved for over 5,000 years, is more than an artifact. He's a symbol of Libya's deep past. His story connects modern Libyans to a world that existed long before the pharaohs of Egypt. The Uan Muhuggiag child is Africa's oldest known mummy, predating Egyptian mummies by centuries. His presence challenges what we thought we knew about ancient Africa. For years, Egypt was believed to be the birthplace of mummification. But this Libyan child rewrites that narrative. He stands as a quiet challenge to old ideas, reminding us that history is always evolving. As the museum prepares to open its doors, the return of this mummy is a sign of peace and shared heritage. The child's preserved body tells of a time when the Sahara was green and vibrant. He represents a culture that cared deeply for its young, even in death. His story is a beacon of hope, showing that the light of history can shine again after years of darkness. Preserving the past, as this little boy reminds us, is essential for building a future. The Uan Muhuggiag child is not just a museum piece. He is the guardian of an ancient legacy. His return is an emotional moment for Libyans, like welcoming home a long-lost family member. He is a silent storyteller, connecting generations across millennia. The museum's reopening is more than an event. It's a celebration of resilience and identity. This child's story proves that Libya's history is rich with innovation and humanity. The treasures of the museum, led by this mummy, invite us to rediscover Africa's forgotten chapters. The Uan Muhuggiag child stands as a testament to survival, hope, and the enduring power of memory. In his stillness, he speaks volumes about the importance of protecting our shared heritage. In the 1950s, Italian archaeologist Fabrizio Mori ventured into Libya's Caucasus Mountains, guided by the Tuareg, blue men of the desert. Their ancient knowledge led him to a hidden rock shelter called Uan Muhuggiag, place of the spirits. Beneath layers of earth, the team uncovered a small, bundled shape, the preserved body of a child. This astonishing find, over 5,000 years old, changed our understanding of African history. The Uan Muhuggiag child became a bridge between ancient and modern Africa. His silent presence continues to echo through time, inviting us to listen. Scientists used radiocarbon dating to determine the child's age, about 5,400 years old, centuries older than Egypt's earliest mummies. This revelation stunned the archaeological world. The Uan Muhuggiag child had rewritten the history of mummification in Africa. His preservation is remarkable. Curled in a fetal position, his skin and features still visible. The dry Sahara climate helped, but so did the careful burial techniques of his people. They treated his body with skill, showing a belief in an afterlife and deep love for the child. Transporting the mummy from the remote Caucasus Mountains to Tripoli was a delicate journey. The team protected him from the harsh desert and ensured his safe passage. He was studied in Italy before returning to Libya, where he now rests in the National Museum. His journey spanned thousands of years and kilometers, a true odyssey through time. Today he is preserved in a controlled environment, protected for future generations. The Uan Muhuggiag child's survival is a testament to ancient care and modern dedication. He endured millennia beneath the sands, the challenges of excavation, and the turmoil of recent conflict. His continued existence honors those who first laid him to rest and those who protect him now. The mummy's story is one of resilience and survival. He connects us to a lost world and reminds us of the fragility of history. The child's journey is a symbol of hope for Libya and for all who value the past. His presence in the museum is a victory over time and adversity. The Uan Muhuggiag child stands as a survivor of history, inviting us to learn from his story. Through him, the ancient Sahara lives on. The mummification of the Uan Muhuggiag child reveals advanced Neolithic science. His people didn't rely on the desert alone. They performed a careful, deliberate process. They removed his internal organs, a complex step requiring anatomical knowledge. The body was treated with natural salts and drying agents, likely found in the desert. Plants and herbs were used, perhaps for preservation and spiritual reasons. The child was wrapped in antelope skin and covered with leaves, then buried. Every step was purposeful, blending science and ritual. This was not accidental preservation, but a sophisticated artificial technique. The method predates Egyptian mummification by centuries, pushing back the timeline of this technology. The Uan Muhuggiag child is evidence of a lost chapter in the history of science and belief. His burial shows a culture with complex spiritual and technological practices. The antelope skin may have held symbolic meaning, guiding the child's spirit. This careful process ensured the child's eternal journey. The mummy stands as proof of early human ingenuity in the heart of the Sahara. When we think of mummies, Egypt comes to mind. Pharaohs, golden tombs, and elaborate rituals. But the Uan Muhuggiag child tells a different story. His mummification, though simpler, includes all the essential steps: evisceration, drying, and wrapping. This Libyan mummy is at least 500 years older than Egypt's earliest known mummies. The discovery suggests that the origins of mummification may lie outside the Nile Valley. Other ancient mummies exist, like those in Yemen and Chile, but the Libyan child predates them all in Africa. The idea of preserving the dead appeared independently in different parts of the world. The proximity of Libya and Egypt raises the possibility of cultural exchange. The Libyan tradition, though less documented, is much older. Was it a short-lived experiment or part of a wider Saharan culture? The Uan Muhuggiag child is the first chapter of a mostly missing book. He forces us to reconsider Africa's ancient history with fresh eyes. His existence raises more questions than answers, challenging old assumptions. The Uan Muhuggiag mummy has sparked debate. Did mummification begin in the Sahara and spread to Egypt? The evidence is compelling. The Libyan mummy is significantly older than Egypt's. 6,000 years ago, the Sahara was a green savanna, not a desert. People and ideas could move freely across the region. Ancient pathways likely connected Saharan and Nile Valley cultures. As the Sahara dried, people migrated toward the Nile, bringing traditions with them. Perhaps the concept of artificial preservation traveled this way, evolving into Egypt's complex rituals. There's no written proof, but the Uan Muhuggiag child is powerful circumstantial evidence. He challenges the idea of Egypt as an isolated miracle. Instead, he suggests a connected Africa where innovations were shared. The Sahara may have been the true cradle of mummification. This theory invites us to rethink the origins of African civilization. The child's story places the Sahara at the heart of ancient innovation. Why was this child mummified with such care? The answer lies in the environment and his status. The dry Sahara naturally preserved bodies, inspiring early experiments in artificial mummification. People saw preservation as a sign of eternal life and began to replicate it. The process was complex, likely reserved for special individuals, leaders, priests, or the elite. The fact that this mummy is a child suggests he was important, perhaps the son of a chief. His elaborate burial was a way for the community to honor his memory and status. The antelope skin, careful wrapping, and evisceration all point to significance. This tells us the society was not simple. It had hierarchy and ritual. The Uan Muhuggiag child offers a rare glimpse into the social structure of ancient Sahara. His burial reflects both grief and reverence. The desert was not just a backdrop, but an active teacher and inspiration. Through this child, we see a complex, stratified society. His eternal sleep reveals the values and beliefs of a lost world. The Uan Muhuggiag child is more than Africa's oldest mummy. He's a key to a new understanding of our past. He shatters the outdated view that Africa's history began with Egypt. This little boy proves that the Sahara was home to sophisticated, innovative cultures. His discovery helps decolonize history, showing that genius can arise anywhere. The theory that mummification spread from the Sahara to the Nile highlights Africa's interconnectedness. The continent's story is a tapestry, not a single thread. The Uan Muhuggiag child is one of its most important threads. Modern conflict threatened his survival, making his protection vital. Saving this mummy is about preserving the story he tells. We are all custodians of the past, responsible for its future. This ancient child teaches humility. History is always evolving. There are still secrets buried in the Sahara, waiting to be found. The Uan Muhuggiag mummy urges us to keep searching, questioning, and appreciating Africa's rich history.